Hello guys, this is Christian Ramirez. Welcome back to our initial access demos. This is part 3 of our initial access block, part 2. In this demonstration, we are going to talk about different techniques such as coercion. Also, we are going to discuss and execute and exploiting protocols such as IPv6, LDAP, LDAPs, resource-based control delegation, and also Active Directory certificate services. We are going to cover 4 different attacks. Okay, without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with the attack number 1, domain information dumping. Let's start by copying the command and jump to our Kali machine. Let's execute it. Let's copy the second command. We are going to use NTLM relay. For this attack, we are going to use slightly different command. I'm going to put it in here, and I just want to show you that the only part that we are going to remove is the tool, since at that time when we wrote this block, we were using a different version than NTLM relay. For now, we are going to execute it. Now that we set up our two tools, and the next step is either wait patiently till we catch a request and the broadcast request, but to speed up all the things up, we are going to force and trigger the broadcast request. We are going to use, again, workstation 1 from Hydra, and we are going to force to reboot the machine. So we are rebooting it, and we just need to wait till the computer comes back and log in. So for this technique, and I want to just mention that this is in case where the SMB protocol is not vulnerable or the SMB signing is enabled. So we are going to exploit different protocol, LDAP or LDAPs. So now we are going to log in with the user B banners, Bookie, the Winter Soldier. So, and everything goes well. Yes, so now we catch traffic, and we were able to dump all the information in a directory called lootdir. So we are going to go in here, the second terminal, going to lootdir, and inside we are going to see that we successfully were able to dump sensitive information from the domain controller. So we are going to go and open it. This is our Kali machine. And in here, we are going to open the domain user HTML file. And as you can see, we dump information, right? Different type of information, computers, groups, policy, domain trust, users. One of the main one that we are interested on is the users, and specifically in the description field. Sometimes administrators make the mistake to type, allocate, or write the password in the description field. For this demonstration, you can see the user marble, and has the password in clear text in the description field, which is welcome at 2024. So the next step in here will be just confirm, and we are in here, confirm that the password is valid. So we can do that by using netexec. We are going to marble, and we are going to copy the password. And we are going to see how many computers have access. As you can see, we have access in domain controller and workstation 1. So this confirms that the password is valid. Okay. Let's move on to the second attack, which is IPv6 spoofing plus resource-based control delegation NTLM relay. Let's copy the first command. Actually, yes, I'm going to copy this command instead of the first one, and I'm going to explain you the reason why. Let's move on to RBCD. Yesterday, we were executing all these attacks. And as I mentioned earlier, so at the time that we wrote this blog, we were using a different version of NTLM relay, the impact in general. So this particular command is not working. Actually, is the part that we troubleshoot, and we ended up notice that the command is still working with the newest version, but without appending the -- add computer and the password. So we make it work just by removing those parameters. So that is what we are going to use here. And one more time, so we have to speed up the process, and we are going to use our station 1, and we are going to do the same thing. We are going to reboot the machine. For this machine, what we need to catch is the computer account, and instead of the user account. So to do so, we are going to force to the computer to reboot, and we have to wait in here. This, as I mentioned, this command and is not working. So, but this one is still working. So let's go back in here. We just need to wait till the computer finish. In the meantime, and let's explain a little bit what is this attack. With the option -- delegate access, basically we are telling the NTLM relay to create a computer account. And since we are the owner of the computer account, so we are instructing NTLM relay to modify the attribute MSDS allowed to act on behalf of other identity. So basically, with this attribute, we are going to be able to execute the resource-based control delegation attack, and we are going to be able to impersonate any user on the workstation 1. So let's go back in here. Okay, this time it works. As you can see, it says that adding new computer username. This is the username of the computer account. This is the password. It says okay. Delegation rights modified successfully, and now we can impersonate a user in workstation 1 via user proxy. Yep. Let's. The machine is still rebooting for whatever reason. It got frozen, but let's go back to the domain controller and see if that works. Yep, the machine account is in here, SBMEFHUD. Let's just compare. Yeah, SBMEFHUD. So wonderful. So from here, the next step is to use this command from impact get st. That basically we are going to request a TGT from a user. In this case, the administrator user. Let's open a new terminal in here, and let's go to RBCD. Yeah, and let me remove all the files. Sorry, domain. Okay, wonderful. Nothing. This in here, what we are going to just replace is the name of the computer account that was created. In this case, is this one, and we are going to place in here, and the password. And if everything goes well, we will be able to get a TGT for the administrator user account. So, okay, let's run it. And wonderful. So we got and the ticket. This is the ticket, and we have our ticket in here. So the next step will be to use that ticket, and we can use different tools. In this case, we are using SecretDOM. Let's do that. So we are going to use the command export. Okay, let's do it in here, and we have to use the name of the ticket, which is this ticket. Just enter, and now we are going to use SecretDOM. And let's use SecretDOM. In this case, SecretDOM with hyphen no pass. We are telling him that use the ticket along with the hyphen K. So, and the machine is back, the workstation. So it took time, but it's fine. So let's do it. And as you can see, we successfully dump the credentials from the workstation 1. So we impersonate the local administrator and the workstation, and even my hash is in here, the administrator also. And yeah, the cache domain logon information. And yep, so basically we collect credential material. We dump the ELSA secrets also. Okay, this is attack number 2. Let's move on to attack number 3. There's AES re-rusting plus escalate the user. So for this one, we have to, yeah, we are showing here on the blog that we have a user called Hulk that was misconfigured on purpose. So basically, we are making vulnerable to do not require Kerberos for authentication. So for this attack, we in the blog we use Kerbrute. However, I think we are going to use a different tool in here. We are going to use netexec. And okay, let's jump back in here. Just create that file in here. Okay, there's nothing. Bin users.txt, and we are going to just paste it. We're going to okay, wonderful. Now we have our file and we can use it in here. This dictionary tag is of user file is a custom one. So in the real engagement, we have to come up with a custom one. Every single company will have different users, right? So we have to do a little bit of information gathering, reconnaissance, right? Okay. Output users. Let's call it output users txt. Let's run it. When we come back in here, we can see that we identify the user Hulk is a valid user, right? We also have this one, password for user IIS SVZ expired but doesn't require pre-out. So for now, for this attack, we are going to focus in the user Hulk. So we are going to copy the hash. So in this case, in the block, we have administrator, Hulk, and marble. So at that time, we have that configuration. Now it's changed a little bit. So yeah, once okay. Yeah, we bypass this. So we don't need to do this. And if we want, we can use John the Ripper or Hashcat just to get the clear text, the password in clear text. If we want, let's just let's put it. And let's try to see if we can record it with Hashcat. I'm just going to show you very fast. Actually, we are using we add the password and the password LST file. So I'm just going to show you how you can use Hashcat. And okay, so the error in here was the name is the file is different. This one. Let's do it one more time, and it worked. So we successfully recover the password of the user Hulk, which is password. And as you can come back to the block, it's the same password. We use John the Ripper. Okay, the next part of the attack is to use responder. We are going to use responder. So we use responder along with NTLM relate. Okay, so for responder, I already stopped mid 6. So now we have to use responder. And so in here, we are going to use impact NTLM relate, the IP domain controller, and the parameter option ---- escalate user, and we are going to provide the user that we want NTLM relay assign administrator privileges. So let's run this command. Let's also run responder. And one more time, we will have to force to trigger the broadcast request. So we are here again, Bookie Barner. So let's reboot the machine one more time. Hopefully this time doesn't take longer. And we are catching info. Wonderful. A lot of info. Okay. Okay, let's give it a few more minutes. Okay. Okay, let's just wait. User privilege found, modify domain ACLS. Okay. Adding user hold to the group administrator result. Okay. It looks like our attack worked. Okay, let's go and check the domain controller. We go to the users. We can see Hulk. Let's see the properties. A member of domain admins. And now our user hold is part of the domain administrator. So from here, this is very simple, right? So we can use netexec just to confirm that we have privileges. We are going to, actually, we can do this very fast, or we can even use it against the whole subnet. Okay, so okay, the password is valid, but for whatever reason, it doesn't say pound. Let's use this 24. Let's use second. Okay, so with NXE is showing that the pound and workstation and DC2. With netexec, for whatever reason, is not showing the pound. But we confirming here that we successfully assign domain administrator, or we add the user hold to the domain administrator group. This is wonderful. We can even use pexec. We can do that very fast. Just to confirm. Say hold password, Hydra. Let's do that. Okay, wonderful. Wami hostname IP config. And we can see that we are inside the domain controller and the IP 115.140. From here, we just need to dump all the hashes from the domain controller. Everyone, we can use different techniques, right? So we can use secret DOM again, the same way how we used it previously, right? So yeah, so we can use SMB exec, evil win RAM. There's different type of tools that we can use. Okay, let's move on to the next attack, and this is the last one. We are going to use, actually, yeah, we are going to use different tools. In this case, we are going to use additional ones called, if I'm not mistaken, is Petim Potam and Certify. Yep. So this is NTLM relay attack abusing Active Directory certificate services. Actually, this is the AD CS ESC8. For this attack, we have a different series that we cover from ESC1, if I'm not mistaken, to EC9. But for this one, this particular is to gain initial access or foothold. Okay, let's jump to the machine and let's do it. So the first one is in here. We are going to use a tool called HTTP. And as you can see, it says unauthorized and the authentication is NTLM, which is exactly what I'm matching here, right? So for this one, we are going to use a worse authentication technique. So for this one, we are going to use Petim Potam. So we are going to copy this command. And for this one, we are going to modify the path. We haven't Petim Potam, Petim Potam, Python, okay. And we have to modify our IP. And this is the IP 180 are going to use also certify. Let's copy in here. By the way, we have listed the numbers, how it should be, how we should follow this attack, number 1, number 2, and number 3. So let's use certify. And a mistake, I should have used this one in here, I guess. We don't have any folder. Let me create it, actually. Let's create it and call it um, just call it, for simplicity, let's put it like that. Okay, perfect. For this one, we are going to just copy in here. And I guess we can just, yeah, use first command will be Petim Potam. No, actually certify. Okay, certify. Let's copy certify. Let's put it in here. Certify. Okay, we are using the fully qualified domain name. Okay, this is the first one. Second one, Petim Potam. Let's use Petim Potam. Yeah, actually have to modify it again. Petim Potam. Let's change our IP of our Kali tonight. And this is the IP of our domain controller. Yep. And number 3, certify this command. Okay, let's do it in here. And we are going to put it in here, our third command. For this command, so we also noticed that for whatever reason, the new version of certify is not working with this command. So to fix it, yesterday we find out that we have to append the option -DC-IP and the IP of the domain controller. Okay, so now that we have everything in place, let's execute certpy. Let's execute petimpotam. And it says that the attack works. And it says that we obtained successfully the DC4 BFX. That basically is the certificate, right? So if we go in here, we have the BFX file. Let's just cut it. And as you can see, it's not readable. But now we are going to use certify, and we are going to tell them that giving us credential material. And wonderful. As you can see, we got the hash of the DC4. So we are in this portion. Now the next step is just to use secredom, right? Let's use secredom. We can use secredom in here, in this, right? Okay, wonderful. Let me do it again, copy here, paste it. And we have to use single quote, otherwise the attack won't work. So perfect. Yep. So let's execute it. And as you can see, we successfully dump the hashes from the domain controller. Hashes. See, we have more credential material. We are going to update this portion on the block. Okay, from here, there is another option. It says NTLM relay with PKNit tools and computer account certificate. I am not going to go through all of this because it's everything in the blog. If you wanna do it, you can come back here and just follow the steps. There is a third option, responder NTLM relay and using a user account certificate, right? So the only thing that I believe I think I can do just to show you is let me see in here. Let me show you. Okay, for this one, I can, for this attack, we use the hash, right? However, we also got the Zcash file. So we are going to use the Zcash file, and we are going to use secredom, and in this time we can use the file instead to use the hash. So let's do that. The Zcash, I think it's the same name. Just let me copy. I want to copy and paste to avoid any mistakes. Yeah. Okay. This is export, and we are going to use this command. And as you can see here, first we use the hash. Now we are going to use the ticket. So, oh, Jesus, let's back copy and shield.local DC4 shield.local, the fully qualified domain name, and -k no password. Enter. And as you can see, we successful use also the ticket, right? Yep. Okay. I guess from here is pretty much everything that I want to show you guys. This was the last demonstration of our initial access blocks, part 1 and part 2. So, and we cover all the attacks. So I am planning to probably create a bonus demo next week. But for now, thank you very much, and see you to the next one. If you're enjoying these demos, subscribe for new attacks breakdown every week. If you find this useful, share it with your teams or anyone that is looking to level up their red team or penetration testing skills. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.